We are in beautiful Sylhet as we welcome you to the 𝗲𝗂𝗪𝗲 Islamic Bank presents NCL T20 2024-25 powered by Walton, match number 9 between Dhaka Division and Chattogram Division, live from the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. Sylhet has been enjoying some cold weather as we look at today's fixture. It is Dhaka against Chattogram at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. And at the other ground, the outer stadium, it is Sylhet, the host, taking on Rangpur. We take a look at the fixtures of day 3, Dhaka Chattogram, Sylhet Rangpur, Dhaka Metro, and Rajshahi Borishal on the 14th. We will now go to Ahmed bin Parvez with the pitch report.
It's a foggy day here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, but we're here to talk about the pitch. Having a greater look at the pitch, seems green, but the issue is it seems dry as well. And the green cover of grass basically is covering up all the cracks that are in here. And as we walk along into the length area for the faster bowlers, we see there are patches of green, but compared to the day 1 pitch, which had a lot of live green grass here, we look to this to be a bit dry and just pushing in onto the surface. It's pretty hard, should give runs for the batters, but it's a day game, it's the morning game, anything could happen. Runs for the batters, but might get good assistance for the bowlers as well, especially the pacers.
Rangpur and Dhaka Metro are on top with 4 points in the points table. Rajshahi and Chattogram, Dhaka and Khulna are all on 2 points. Sylhet and Borishal are yet to open their account in this 𝗲𝗪𝗪 Islamic Bank presents NCL T20 powered by Walton. The final will be played on the 24th of December. The two teams are training hard. As you can see, Salahuddin Shakil, the left arm quick, and Saif Hassan, the Dhaka captain, surely riding on the wave of 2 wins. That is 𝗃𝗵𝗂𝗃𝗃, Nazmul Islam Opu, the crucial left arm spinner. We have the Chattogram lineup here with Mominul Haq, Yasir Ali. We will now go to Mazharuddin Ami for the toss.
It's toss time of this 𝗲𝗪𝗪 Islamic Bank NCL T20 powered by Walton between Dhaka and Chattogram divisions. I've got the 2 captains, Yasir Ali Rabbi, Saif Hassan, alongside the match referee, former cricketer Ehsanul Haq Season. Who's got the coin? Saif, if you could please spin the coin.
Heads.
Heads is the call.
Head.
It's a head. Yasir, what have you decided and why?
I would like to bowl first. It's a bit overcast conditions, and we would like to take that advantage as well.
Well, you have won 1 game, lost 1. What do you reckon of the surface and going forward in the tournament? How's the team going?
As far as the pitch, it's going pretty good, and our team is bonding up pretty well as well. So I think we will play good cricket, inshallah.
Any changes in the playing 11?
Yes, Deepu comes in instead of Sajjadul Haq. So 1 change.
Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you.
Saif, you would have bowled as well?
Yeah, as the weather it is, I think we would have bowled first, but the wicket looks not bad. I think we should put up a good score on the board.
What should be a good score here? 200 being chased in the first game of the tournament, and things look different as the day progressed.
Yeah, I think as the overcast condition, I think maybe it will differ a bit, but let's see how it goes. I think the power play is important. If we get a good start, then we can capitalize.
Any changes from the previous team? Thank you very much and all the best. Right, so the news from the center is that Chattogram have won the toss and they have decided to bowl first.
Here are the 2 lineups. Dhaka with the captain Saif Hassan, Iqbal Imon, Ashikur, Ariful Islam, Mahidul Islam Onkon, Sani, Shubhagato, Taibur, Najmul, Anamul Haq and Shuman Khan. Chattogram, who have won the toss and elected to field first, have Shahadat Deepu back in the lineup with Fahad Hussain, Mohammad Shiqdar, Tamim Iqbal, Mahmudul Hassan, Mominul Haq, Hassan Murad, Ahmed Sharif, Ifran Hussain and Naim Hassan playing all under Yasir Ali, the captain. we welcome you to this wonderful setting here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, where two of the country's biggest divisions and divisional cricket teams are taking on each other. The Chattogram players are having a last-minute discussion between themselves as they get ready to field. This is a contest between two star-studded lineups, and with both teams having won one each of their two matches so far, this is an important game for both Chattogram and Dhaka. As I welcome my co-commentator 𝗂𝗏-𝗂𝗃, who was the architect behind today's pitch report.
Very good morning. And yes, we have a look at the Chattogram team, the players preparing themselves. Whenever I look at the team, I basically see a very unique jersey that they've chosen. The color is really bright, goes with the kind of flavor that they want to play in this tournament. They made a decent start, won one and lost one. On the other hand, Dhaka, they have the experience of chasing down the only 200-plus score in this very wicket, so it will be interesting to see.
As we see the on-field umpires, Moniruzzaman and Kamruzzaman Limon walking into the field to signal the start of play today, as the Chattogram players are also bundling out. Ghazi Ashraful Afsar Sohel is the TV umpire in this game. The two Dhaka openers come in. Here's the match referee, 𝗬𝗦𝗃𝗍𝗂, who used to be a very good opening bat for Bangladesh. Saif Hassan, another opener, walking in, Dhaka's captain. He'll be looking to make a good start against his counterpart, Yasir Ali.
It will be a very interesting battle here. Quite a few stars lining up in both sides, and Dhaka will have to contend with the early fog, bit of grass on the wicket, and a very potent base bowling attack that Chattogram have.
Parvez, would you say it was a good toss to win, and you think toss is going to be a big factor in this first game of the day?
Well, considering it's the first match and the weather permits the faster bowlers to get some assistance, especially from the Walton end if they come in and bowl, it could play a factor, but it will all depend on how the power play pans out. If Chattogram can get a good spell out of the pacers during the power play, they could shift the momentum towards them, but generally this wicket produces a lot of runs. So if the batters can start well and survive the initial scare, we might see a lot of runs on the board.
Yes, there has been a lot of runs in the previous 2 days, and it seems to be a similar type of wicket, at least on first look, and you have had a closer look, of course. There are patches of grass which has a bit of knot. We look at Ashikur Shibli's record in this tournament so far: 34 runs in the 2 innings, 17 highest. He's opening with Saif Hassan. It is Shibli on strike. Saif hasn't had a good start in the competition, just a 15 in 1 innings and a duck. The 3 boundaries in the 2 matches. He'll definitely try to make amends for it. The first ball of the game, and it's an appeal, but it has slid down the leg side, and a chase is on, but it is a boundary of the first ball, albeit a leg by. Dhaka will take it.
They would. The last couple of games, even in match day 2, we've seen a boundary score to the first ball. On this occasion, it was down the leg. The batter would feel missed out on maybe having those runs on his name, but nonetheless, a good start for Dhaka, who are chasing in this wicket or batting first in this wicket for the first time. And Shibli takes the first strike, so that's an important factor as well. Let's see how he contends.
Swinging in, late movement from Fahad Hussain. A very good delivery as he stares down on the batter. It was sliding down the leg side as Ashikur stumbled on that delivery.
𝗂𝗂 Hussain, another promising left arm quick. In the first match that Chattogram played over here, he wasn't part of the starting 11. Played the second game, bagged a wicket for 33 runs. Was pretty expensive, but that was on the other ground. So he'll have a good feel of what is to come and would want to make use of the early moisture.
Yes, indeed, Parvez, as 𝗂𝗂 comes in for his third ball. Another full delivery, but this time very well timed by Ashikur. It goes past the fine leg and into the boundary for a second boundary in the over.
That was, again, a ball that was down the leg, not being able to control both his lines and lengths there. And the fine leg within the circle means there's no margin of error if you're bowling on the legs, and 𝗬𝗧 makes best use of it. This time, the 4 comes to his name.
Yes, it was. He met it on the full toss. Well timed from 𝗬𝗧 or Ashikur 𝗬𝗧. Now, Yasir Ali has sent the fine leg back and brought up the third man into the circle, having to protect that leg side area, as 𝗃𝗃 hasn't been able to control that swing. Again down the leg side, and it's a wide this time. All 4 deliveries so far have all been leg side.
Looking to swing the ball back into the right-hander there, but starting point seems to be on leg stump and then further moving down the leg. Mominul, former test captain of Bangladesh, might have some advice for this young bowler. Goes back to his run-up and all smiles. Saif Hassan seems relaxed. He was relaxed during the toss as well. Happy to bat first.
This one is pitched right up and is given. The first delivery that 𝗂𝗂 could straighten from a left-armer's angle hits Ashikur flush on the bottom side of his front pad, and that's the end of him.
This is what he was searching for the last 3 balls. He went at it, tried at it, was brave enough to go for another full ball this time, probably pitching on middle and off and then swinging in. Just look at that. That was the ball he was searching from ball number 1, and this time he gets his success. So persistence worked for 𝗂𝗂. Ashikur 𝗬𝗧 makes the walk back 4 at a run a ball. 9 for 1 is Dhaka.
New batter walking in is Ariful Islam. A very interesting start from 𝗂𝗂 as he tried to curve that ball in to Ashikur 𝗬𝗧. It was a mini contest within this game, and he was successful on the 4th or 5th attempt. He bowled a wide down leg side, trying to drag that ball back into the batter. As we look at Ariful's numbers, brilliant 94 in his first match at this venue. He's scored 7 4s and 8 6s in this competition so far. He didn't have a fulfilling outing in the last game at the outer ground, but here he is back in the main stadium in the third game, as Noman has had a haphazard start, but he's got the wicket, with now bowling to Ariful, and Saif hasn't had a strike yet. So it's a similar setting. Another good delivery, a bit of an appeal, probably an inside edge.
Slightly tentative there from Ariful. Came in at number 3 at the previous 2 occasions for Dhaka. You spoke about the 94 of 46 that he scored with 8 6s and 6 4s. I was just right here watching that. It was a spectacular knock. Specializes in reverse ramp shots. Scored a lot of runs from those kinds of shots in the previous game.
It's another good delivery from 𝗂𝗂 as the over finishes. Dhaka 9 for 1. 9 for 1 Dhaka after the first over. It will be Saif Hassan on strike for the first time in this game, as he saw the first over play out with Ashiqur Shibli getting out in the first over. The new bowler is Irfan Hussain, another impressive medium pacer from Chattogram. It's his third match. He's taken just 1 wicket, but he has been quite economical in the last match when Chittagong won. Had a bit of control. There is a bit of swing out there in this light nippy air, and the wicket is also offering a bit of grass cover, which could be handy for the Chattogram fast bowlers. First ball, good delivery from Irfan.
Started well. Another young cricketer. Probably not the biggest name here, but just having a look at the pitch, it was much greener in day 1, but day 3 looks a bit on the drier side. The cracks covered up with grass, well rolled, pretty hard, but you can visibly see a lot more cracks which might open up during the day. Looks a pretty good pitch to bat on if the cracks can hold itself.
Goes for that cut shot. There is a fielder at the deep point for that exact shot. Joy throws it back as Saif gets off the mark. Yes, Parvez, the pitch is always the most interesting thing, or the most interesting factor for the batters mainly. You wouldn't see a lot of these bowlers, fast bowlers or spinners, having a longer look at the pitch. You'll see batters coming in, being a little nervous, because they just get that one chance. They don't want to miss out on anything new on this pitch. As we see Ariful having a change of helmet, it seems, holding a play, as Irfan is having a word with Mominul Haq, the experienced campaigner. Interesting to see Chattogram opening with 2 fast bowlers. They employed Hassan Murad with the new ball and with great success. Took 2 wickets in his first over in the previous game at the outer ground, but perhaps the grass covering has encouraged Yasir Ali to have his 2 main fast bowlers making the first use of it, and he's also won the toss and elected to field first, so that could be one of the reasons. But Hassan Murad will be around the corner at some point. He's a very impressive left-arm spinner, but now we will see what Irfan has to offer. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a wonderful delivery, cutting Ariful in half almost. A fantastic ball that swung in and had that movement.
Looks pretty tentative, Ariful. Faced the 3 balls, and having a look at that, pitching in a very good area, and just look at the movement and bounce. Unexpected by the batter, cut into half, rightly put, and Ariful wants the ball to come onto the bat. The kind of variable bounce. Irfan looks menacing.
Short, way outside the off stump. The umpires signal a wide. It's a bit of a dampener after that great delivery.
Got a bit excited. Previous delivery was on target. Smiles from Naeem Hassan as he talks to Irfan, telling him to calm down. Yes, there is assistance for the faster bowlers. Irfan running in from the Al-Arafa Islami Bank end. Ariful still yet to get off the mark.
Another good delivery on the stumps. He's come back into the stumps, bowling a fuller length as the Chittagong fielder sweep into the ball, not allowing that single.
You've spoken about the batters being nervous, having a good look at the wicket before the match begins. Batters have 1 lives, bowlers have many, but here I've particularly seen senior campaigners, Tamim Iqbal, Mominul Haq. They walked along the pitch, having looks at the various lengths. So yes, you're so right. The batters really need to have a look at the pitch before.
It's another good delivery from Irfan. he felt that if Ariful could have missed that one, it could have been curtains for him.
He's mostly trying to get the ball back in to the right-hander. First 5 balls that he's bowled, one a tad too short, but he's got a very good start. Just got that 1 wicket in the previous game, 1 wicket from 2 matches, so he'll look to prove himself, to prove his worth for this Chattogram side.
Yes, as he runs in from the Al-Arafa Islamic Bank end. It's edged, goes past Yasir Ali at slip and into the boundary. A chance there as Dhaka ends the second over on 15 for 1. Chance at the Walton end where Fahad is now coming up. Ariful got off the mark with the boundary, but have a look at that chance that he offered with the edge of his bat. Flew towards slip, but it was away from. As we're back on air, and Saif takes a single. We'll go back to that replay. Ariful edges that one. It was a good delivery, but Yasir Ali couldn't quite get to that ball. It was quite far from his grip, as Irfan expresses himself as much as possible, with the captain having that chance. As we see Fahad, who's got a wicket in the first over of the match, now taking on Ariful, who's batting on 4. Saif is on 2. Again down the leg side, a good take from the wicket keeper. I must give credit to him for that one. We'll have a look at that replay of the wicket that Fahad took in his first over. With the pitch map on, and it was pitched in line, and the original decision was out, and it looked very much a plumb call from the umpire, as Ashiko Shipley walked off, shadowing what he could have done, played it straight down the ground. It is so important for Fahad to get that line again in the second over. It took him a while in the first over to straighten himself to bowl. Full delivery has an appeal, and he's gone! A similar full delivery from his last wicket. It's Ariful Islam this time. That was an excellent ball again, a pitched up delivery that Ariful had nothing to do with.
Fahad went for the full and straight ball once again, almost yorked himself. There was prodigious swing back, hit the toe area. The umpire decided in favor of the bowler, so couple of early wickets there. Dhaka in early trouble. Ariful gone for 4. It's 17 for 2, Dhaka.
Dhaka in a bit of a crisis in the third over, 17 for 2, as Mahidul Islam Onkon walks in to join his captain, Saif Hassan, at the crease. It's been Fahad, the record-in-chief so far, 2 for 7 from his 8 balls in the match so far.
It's been a very good start for Chattogram. Exactly why Yasir Ali decided to field first. Saif at the toss said they would have fielded first as well. So it's obviously a good toss to win for Chattogram.
Mahidul Islam, a 30 not out, not much to show for other than that in this tournament so far. So he will have a lot to prove in this game. Fahad 1.2 overs, 7 runs, 2 wickets, 5 dot balls, a couple of wides, but that was just to get that ball to straighten. That's been his main attempt, and he's been quite successful so far. Goes for his first ball, but he's gone. The middle stump has been rocked back. What a wonderful delivery from Fahad, who keeps reaping reward of that fuller length.
Dream sight for the pacer. Full and straight, Mahidul goes for that big shot right away. You can't contend with swing. Just like that, Fahad again full. The swing, taking the middle stump, uprooting it. He is excited, jubilated, and so is Chattogram right now. Dhaka top order in rattles. Onkon goes for a golden duck. It's 17 for 3.
The new batter is 𝗽𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃 coming out to face the hat-trick ball from Fahad Hussain. 3 wickets already for the left-arm quick from Chattogram, leaving Dhaka in disarray. Saif Hassan watching from the other end. The Dhaka captain must be wondering what his batters are doing wrong. What they're doing wrong is playing that type of shot. Just look at that middle stump, pegged back, ripped apart from its base. Mahidul just going for that wild slog and not connecting with a delivery that had been doing a lot more than he anticipated. As the left-handed 𝗽𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃 takes guard, 2 slips and a gully in place. There's a fine leg and a deep third in the boundary. Yasir Ali is taking his chances with this hat-trick ball. They've moved that deep third squarer with the point fielder now acting as a backward gully position, but no, he's back at a point position. The wicketkeeper is helping out. They are trying to get that hat-trick. It's mainly because Fahad has been very good. You can see Tamim Iqbal also helping out the captain, placing that field. Probably they reckon 𝗽𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃 will go for the uppercut. It seems like a field set for a cut shot, an airy cut shot. But I have this feeling that Fahad is going to bowl a very full delivery, because that has been his USP so far. Here he comes for his hat-trick ball. Puller inland. That was close. That was very close. Look at that movement. 𝗽𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃 beaten all ends up. Missed the hat-trick, but another fantastic delivery. And the bowling team, the fielding team will be happy because of the number of dot balls in the over too.
Absolutely, and just look at that swing again. Early morning, a bowler's dream, this wicket right now. 2 slips and a gully, still on for the batter. 𝗽𝗺 could have left that actually, still went for it.
Look at that movement, look at that movement. Excellent delivery from Fahad.
Seems to get quite a bit of movement, especially trying to move the ball away from the left-handed batter. The first time a left-handed batter came in for Dhaka at number 5. Fahad's bowling figures look already very good. 3 for 7. Making a name for himself here. The Al-Arafa NCL T20 powered by Walton. The field setup still remains the same. Third man goes back though.
Oh, that's another great delivery. This time he's pitched it right up, giving 𝗽𝗺𝗃𝗃𝗃 little time to consider that delivery. It's 17 for 3 after 3 overs, Dhaka. Look at that scorecard. It is all single figures. Saif unbeaten on 2. Shibli and Ariful are 4 each. Mahidul got out for that golden duck, and 𝗘𝗺𝗴𝗲 is new to the wicket. They have Shubhogato and the tail coming up with Arafat Sani Jr., one of the better bats in that 11. Irfan now should try to complement his bowling partner. What a good ball! It's Irfan's time now.
Starting to attack the stumps as well. He's seen the template. His bowling partner on the other end, Fahad Hussain, has shown the way. This is very, very good from Chattogram, winning the toss, electing to field first. Yes, movement from both ends. Irfan likes to move the ball in. Again, it's a right-hand fast bowler on one end and the left hand on the other. So creating problems, this partnership, this bowling partnership, creating problems for Dhaka.
A good delivery from Irfan this time, enticing Saif Hassan to play that guided shot through third man, because there are two fielders quite interestingly placed. There's a short third and there is a wider deep third, perhaps asking Saif Hassan to play that shot in the air. Irfan is bowling that hard length, which can be misconstrued at times by batters to play that cut shot. Slightly on the pads. This time Saif picks up a single.
He has to stay here in the wicket. Saif Hassan, the captain, has not been in good run scoring form. 0 in the first game right here and then 15 in the other. So needs to get a start here. And even more important now, because the 3 wickets have fallen and they need partnerships. Only a couple of experienced batters. After this, it's going to be important to hold on. At least try and play the full 20 overs here. Dhaka, they've shown they can score big runs. They chased down 205, which talks a lot about their batting prowess collectively.
Certainly, but early wickets are going to be detrimental to that target. This time goes for it. It is given not out. I could hear a bit of an edge from 𝗘𝗺𝗴𝗲's bat. Could be the case.
Yeah, there was a woody sound there. The umpire very confident in his decision, but Irfan once again was a bit of a scramble seam, pitching outside leg. Irfan has a big frame. He is pretty tall. Extracts bounce, bowling over the wicket, creating that angle that suits his field setup as well. You've mentioned the slip, gully and point, and then the third man pretty wide. So he's actually trying to bowl maybe on the 4th, 5th stump corridor for the left-handed batter 𝗘𝗺𝗃.
This time 𝗘𝗺𝗃 goes for it over the short fine leg and into the boundary. A short ball that is dealt with quite well and gets off the mark with the boundary.
2 straight from Irfan with the fine leg up. That wasn't the ball that he would expect to be bowling. 𝗘𝗺𝗃 made best use of it, clears his front leg. Initially maybe aiming to go over square, but bounce of the ball helping him get that gap over fine leg. Discussion with the captain Yasir Ali Rabbi. Runs all the way from slips. Has some important information to share, maybe on 𝗘𝗺𝗃.
Yes, that's a lot of steps for Yasir Ali. Heads back into the slips, but needed to have that conversation with Irfan. Was conceded 5 so far in the over. This time goes for it over mid-wicket, mid-on. The chase is on and it is just 2 runs. Naeem Hasan retrieves that ball. The end of the over, it's 24 for 3 Dhaka. A few running repairs for the Dhaka batter. Saif changes his bat as Fahad. 2 overs, 3 wickets for 7 runs. Comes in for his third over, an unusual third over for Fahad, but that's the case because he's been deadly. Fahad gets ready. His 3 wickets were such delight for a fast bowler, a left arm quick mainly. Comes in to bowl. Another good delivery, this time a little bit on the off and middle line, and Saif had to have a difficult time handling that delivery. Here are his 3 wickets. The first one, 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗂𝗂𝐿BW. 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂 second one is Ariful Islam, gone early. Another full delivery, which was pitching in line. And this one, Mahidul Islam Onkon, a ridiculous shot of his first ball, trying to get on top of Fahad. As we go back on air, this is high in the air. The cover fielder is running after it. This could be a good catch. It is. And that man, Hasan Murad, he doesn't let it go. And that's an excellent catch to get rid of the Dhaka captain, Saif Hassan.
Wow, that was more than good. Uber athletic from Hasan Murad. Runs back, one of the most difficult catches to take. We spoke about his first 3 wickets, Fahad Hussain. He makes it 4 in his third over. Saif Hassan has to walk back. That wasn't very full, but Saif wanted to go over the top through the covers. Absolutely hit the bottom part of the bat. Change of bat doesn't work, but look at that catch. We've seen so many simpler catches being dropped, but that was a difficult catch. And the fielder will have a lot of credit to give. And Saif, another single-digit knock for him. It's 24 for 4.
Arafat Sani Jr., Mohammad Arafat Sani Jr. is the new batter. Fahad bowling it slightly shorter of length than usual. Saif goes for that shot. It's high in the air, but that fielder, Hasan Murad, he's very safe around the ground, and he's proved it with that superb catch running back from cover. Never easy running back, but he made it look quite simple. As we have 2 left-handers at the crease with Arafat Sani Jr. on strike. Another very well set field with a lot of fielders inside the circle and catching positions for Chattogram. Oh, look at Fahad. He is attacking the stumps. He is making the batters play. That is the best part of this spell for him. He has made the batters play. He hasn't let deliveries go outside of stump.
I'm pretty sure Yasir Ali would be tempted to bring him for his 4th. It's his 3rd over here. 4 for 7. Struggling, the batters really, to contend with his swing and the ideas that he's generating with it. It's not just bowling full all the time.
Great delivery. Again, he's forcing Arafat to come onto that front foot and mulling whether he wants to play or not.
And Arafat, on the other hand, has been amongst the runs in both occasions. Scored 27 and then 18 in his first 2 games. Struck the ball pretty well. Looked like a batter in good touch, so they'll need it.
Look at Fahad's figures so far. Next to the Chittagong Divisional Sports Association logo, 2.4 overs, 13 dot balls in his 7 for 4. Oh, Jaffa! What a delivery. He did well not to edge that.
Absolutely. Sometimes few deliveries are unplayable. You can't edge it even if you want. It's that good. Fahad would be wanting a wicket almost every ball. Wow. Prodigious swing. was within the stumps and the batter had to play at it. Absolutely squared up on that occasion, Arafat Sani.
There's been no respite for the Dhaka batters so far, thanks to this man, Fahad Hussain. For the third ball in a row, 3 wonderful deliveries. That's a wicket maiden for Fahad. It's 24 for 4 in 5 overs, Dhaka. Parvez having a look at this outfield with the Chattogram fielders. You can sense the vibrancy. You know, the fielders are all on their toes. As we look at that last ball of the over, oh, that was so close to the outside edge. Arafat Sani Jr. and Fahad wondering what if there was another edge. He's bowled 3 overs for 7 runs, taken 4 wickets as if run, and Yasir Ali, to his credit, has kept things going with the same bowlers, and why not? It's been great for 5 overs for their bowlers. Goes wide outside off stump, hugs that line that aids the umpire. The umpire doesn't go for a wide.
Yeah, that was pretty wide, enticing Taibu to go after it. It's got a wider slip, backward point, the third man, third, and then we look at the square leg fielder, pushed down towards the boundary. It's been a very good opening bowling partnership here. Sharif keeping it tight on the other hand. It's his first over, it's the first change.
Plays it towards the offside. This one is in the gap. A boundary after long last for Dhaka division. 𝗬𝗺𝗻 gets on strike. Ahmed Sharif is slightly wide outside of stump, the new bowler from the Al Arafa Islami Bank end, and goes for a boundary.
Nice balance there from Parvez. Plays it late, intentionally, to find the gap between backward point and cover. There is a big gap out there. Mostly trying to attack the batters. The fielder is very aggressive. On that occasion finds the gap. And the first test for the outfield looks good, looks quick enough.
Yes, Ahmed Sharif initially thought of bowling the delivery from around the wicket. Now switched back to over the wicket. Walks out of the crease, edges that one towards third man where Tamim Iqbal is stationed. So just take a single.
One thing that the batters could have done, maybe stand way outside the popping crease just to negate the swing. We haven't seen that so far from the top 4. 𝗬𝗺𝗻 seems to be a bit more proactive. He understands this has to be done. We spoke about it right at the beginning. If the Chattogram bowlers could have a good spell within the power play, they would be so much into this game ahead of the Dhaka team, and that's exactly what happened. The faster bowlers have delivered, and especially Fahad Hussain has been so exceptional.
It's another good delivery. Ahmed Sharif coming closer to the stumps to deliver that ball, which brings the delivery closer to the left-handed Arafat Sani Jr. There you see he understood that it wasn't close enough for him, or didn't have the enough hand space to go for that cut shot. Not much room for that shot there, as Ahmed Sharif is trying to do justice to Fahad Hussain's spell at the other end. He's gone for 5 in this over, which is not bad for a T20. This is up in the air and chipped straight to Ahmed Sharif. Have a look at that shot, caught in 2 minds, and Ahmed Sharif strikes. It's 29 for 5, Dhaka.
This is disaster calling. Tentative from Arafat Sani Jr. Caught in two minds on whether to go for the shot or maybe just fend it off. That was coming at a good height from the bowler. Rose up pretty well on the hard length. Absolutely caught in two minds in the end, just giving it back to the bowler. Catching practice for Ahmed Sharif. Can't get easier than that for him. Picks up his first. Dejected Arafat Sani goes for no run scored as Dhaka tottering at 29 for 5.
After Fahad Hussein's 4 wickets, it is Ahmed Sharif who picks up the 5th for Chattogram, who are on fire at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium in the 𝗚 Islami Bank National Cricket League, powered by Walton. Shubha got a home. The Dhaka legend comes in to bat at number 7. He's going to have to act like a firefighter at this point, as Ahmed Sharif is yet to bowl that last ball of the over of the power play as well. It has not been a power play to be proud of for Dhaka division. 5 down. Could be one of the worst power plays of this competition so far, as Sharif runs in. Short outside the off stump. It's a wide delivery.
Not a very good follow-up from him after the wicket ball in the previous ball. Seemed comfortable bowling at the left-handed batters. Shubha got a right-handed batter here, scored the winning runs for Dhaka in that run chase. That was an exceptional shot still. Recalling that one, leaning forward through the covers. Have to do some firefighting here.
That's a great delivery from Ahmed Sharif. Shubha Gota trying to hoik that on the leg side. It's 6 overs now. The power play is over. 30 for 5 Dhaka. And we have a change in voice in the commentary. Ahmed bin Parvez makes way for Mazharuddin.
Just the type of start Chattogram had hoped for after Yasir Ali Chaudhary winning the toss and opting to bowl first, using those overcast conditions to great effect. End of the power play confirmation. Hello and very good morning to all our viewers, and a very good morning to Mohammad Isam as well. What a start, Isam.
There's not much match left for you, Mazhar. They've already lost 5 wickets. Mazhar, of course, is a cricketer from Dhaka division. He has played in the Dhaka leagues for a long time. Many of these Dhaka division players have been Mazhar's teammates over the years when he was a cricketer.
Gone past the left-hander. Fahad bowled really well. Must mention the fact that he bowled a lot fuller, using that overcast condition and those swing that he got early on. And at times the bowlers can get tempted and carried away with such surface and conditions. They tend to hit the deck hard, but Fahad has been exceptional. 16 dots so far. Outstanding.
Yes, Fahad has been quite strong today. Bowled well. Short of length delivery this time. All 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗲 could do is pick up a single. Mazhar, tell us what the Dhaka dressing room is going through at this moment.
It's a terrible feeling, to be very honest. Inside the power play, you lose 5 wickets up front, and all of a sudden there's panic in the dressing room. However, there will be some positive talks as well among the batters who are yet to come. As a skipper might say, the things might get better as the day progresses with sun coming out. They just have to hang around for a while. Still, almost 14 overs left to this innings, so there's a lot to play for.
Certainly, it's just the 7th over. driven this time through the covers, but Hasan Murad is on his game, doesn't quite let that one go. This is a new one, Mazhar. You can hit that fridge and win a prize. Sponsored by Walton Smart Fridge. This is the grand prize today. It's currently from the 𝗂𝗚 Islamic Bank end. It's currently on a fine leg angle, but when you're batting from the Walton end for a left-hander or right-hander, it's a juicy target. Goes for that one, a wild swipe from 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗀. I don't think that fridge is anywhere in the Dhaka players' minds at this moment.
It's a tough target to hit at the moment, and I don't think they would be even targeting now. Yeah, it's been a horrible start with the bat, but on the other hand, Chattogram players will be upbeat after that start. Had the opportunity to speak with Mominul Haq just before the pitch report, as he shared his knowledge about the surface with me. Outside the off stump, bottom hand gets off. They are looking for the couple and gets it quite comfortably. Yeah, just going back to that conversation with Mominul Haq, interestingly, he came up and asked me, what do you reckon about the surface? How do you think about the surface? Let's see whether our thinking matches or not. And then he go on to say that if you can notice, there are few grass at one area of the surface where the ball would hit and seam a lot. And the batters have no idea whether the ball will go away or come into them. And there are a few areas with rough patches where he mentioned the fact that there will be double pace if those ball hits those areas.
Yes, that was a very interesting observation from Mominul. Cuts it away. Just a single as Fahad, the hero of the morning, ends his 4 overs. He's bowled 4 overs. He's getting the congratulations and the best wishes from his teammates. 4 for 11 from his 4 overs. Mazhar, 18 dot balls. He's been fantastic today. Fahad Hussain, the left-arm fast bowler, has done the work for the day. Not much of a batter, so he will be having a great day for the rest of this morning, making sure that he tells all his teammates, I've done my job. It's up to you, all of you now.
Undoubtedly, he can be proud of exceptional figures in T20 format. 18 dot balls, 3 overs of dot deliveries by Fahad, and picking up those 4 wickets, removing the top 4 batters. It's been outstanding bowling display. There's a long on in place, interesting field setup, deep square leg and deep fine leg. Goes up aerial in the gap. I don't think it won't reach the fence, but the batters will come up for the second.
That is a shot that 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗀 has played over the years. That is one of his release shots. He tried it in the previous over from Ahmed Sharif, couldn't quite connect to it. This time, Yasir Ali leaving that gap at mid-wicket and placing that fielder at long on and deep square leg, perhaps to entice him into playing that shot and then having maybe caught behind or getting him out bowled. As Ahmed Sharif runs in, goes down the wicket. It is high in the air. There is a fielder there. Takes that catch. 6 down. Ahmed Sharif, and look at that Dhaka dugout. They are absolutely disgusted by what's happening. 36 for 6.
It's not the best of choices when it comes to that shot. Played across the line with someone like Ahmed Sharif, bowling at a very good length. That's a poor shot selection. 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗀, experienced campaigner, a match winner for them in the first game, hitting that 6 of the last ball. Man of the moment, Fahad, completes an easy catch in the end. 𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗃𝗃 departs after scoring 5. Dhaka 36 for 6. Isam, we spoke about the surface, we spoke about the early moisture in the surface, about the conditions where the batters knew things are going to be difficult with the ball swinging both ways at times. As a batter, when you go out there, yes, it's a T20 match, but at the same time, you need to figure it out that how many overs left. Yeah, the intention from 𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗃, I can understand. Shumon Khan, the new batter, I can understand that shot was to release the pressure. But do you really think that shot was on?
It wasn't on at all, Mazhar. 36 for 5. You really have to consolidate at that point. Especially given Dhaka's long tail that has already set in with Shumon Khan batting in number 8, or generally number 10, 11. It is a disaster and another disaster in waiting. Dhaka will now have to be very wary of this score that they have, because run rate also comes into the picture at some point.
And the best part has been both the bowlers from both ends have complemented each other, not getting carried away, as I mentioned previously, using that new hard ball to the best of effect, considering the condition and how the pitch has played so far. And this is a very good length with a slip in place, enticing the batter to poke at that one.
Tries to get off the mark, Shumon Khan. There's no run there as Hasan Murad sweeps in from the covers. Yes, Mazhar, the good thing about this Chattogram spell has been the support from Irfan Hussain and now Ahmed Sharif. It would have been very easy. Look at the timeline. No boundaries for a long time. They've just gone for 34 dots out of the 47 balls. They've faced 6 singles, 3 twos and only 4 boundaries. Oh, that took the under edge from Shumon Khan. Very unsure of what he's trying to do. Dhaka ends the 8th over with another wicket down, 36 for 6. Dhaka's partnerships, it hasn't had one partnership into the double figures. Saif Hassan hung around for a while, but the highest that they've garnered is 9 runs between the opening pair. Many of them have been done without opening the account, and that has been another issue, lack of partnerships. And where would you have those partnerships when the batters haven't done anything?
Spinner comes into play for the first time in this innings. Naeem Hassan, the off spinner, the tall off spinner, picked up 3 wickets in the previous game. He's got a deep, fine leg backward, a bit finer, backward square leg, deep mid wicket, long on, long off. Right on the money. Naeem Hassan, tall bowler, must get a purchase from the surface with his height.
Mazhar, as you mentioned, there are tufts of grass, which Moin will mention to you, so that should be handy for the spinners as well. Naeem comes in, another great delivery, flighted. 𝗘𝗵𝗃𝗧, the last remaining recognized batter, Mazhar, for Dhaka. And as you mentioned, that grass covering might be handful for the spinner if he can land it on those spots. Oh, that's a good one. That's another good delivery. He's already bowled 3 balls and nothing much that 𝗘𝗵𝗃𝗧 could do.
Hint of turn as well. Spinners would be encouraged, in fact, a lot of turn, must mention. Bowling at a very good line and length. Has worked with his non-bowling arm, with his coach, who is also the assistant coach of Rizal Islam Rajon. He's been working with him recently. He is the assistant coach of Dhaka. And this is how it is. You gain those knowledge, experience from wherever you can. Even he plays for Chattogram and goes and asks for some tips from the Dhaka coach.
That's a very interesting story there. And the coach you spoke about, Razaul Rajon, he was a very talented off spinner back in his day and is now a coach for spinners and generally an assistant coach in the Dhaka division team. He is from Dhaka. But that's the thing with coaches, that's the thing in Bangladesh cricket. There is a very friendly atmosphere which allows everyone to share that knowledge as Yasir Ali brings in a second slip for Naeem Hassan. Good delivery, that could have been close to the stumps. There was an under edge that Shuman Khan tried to tuck. It's just the one run in the over, 37 for 6 Dhaka after 9 overs. A fall of wickets for Dhaka. Not a pretty reading. 9, 17, 2 wickets falling on 17, and then 24, 29, and 36. The tail has set in with 𝗬𝗺𝗃𝗧 now. We have a look at that last delivery from Naeem Hassan. Takes the under edge. Oh, that went past the stumps. That was so close. Could have been number 7 for Dhaka. Ahmed Sharif comes in for his 3rd over. Another good delivery, another under edge.
Ahmed bin Parvez, previously commentating with you, mentioned a very good point, adapting to the situation and adjusting. He mentioned about 𝗬𝗺𝗃𝗧 coming a bit further to the crease to negate the swing initially, and we know why. He's been playing this for a long time now. Shot outside off, missed that. A rare opportunity for the batters to score some runs, and when you are under some pressure, it's never easy for the batters even to hit those bad deliveries.
Yes, 𝗬𝗺𝗃𝗧 has been the only batter has faced 18 deliveries so far and looks the part and looks the one with a bit of an effort to try and score runs. Goes for it this time, over mid-wicket. A baseball bunt almost. A good strike, a home run almost. A 6. That takes the tournament sixes up to number 111. Short ball from Ahmed Parvez. Look at the swing of that bat.
He was very close to hit that fridge, Isam. 𝗬𝗺𝗃𝗧 finally coming out of that shell, moving that front leg away and whacked that over deep mid-wicket. A welcome sixer for Dhaka.
Mazhar, is that fridge target exclusively for left-handers? Like, there's a bias, it seems. I don't mind, I'm a lefty. Wide outside the leg stump. I'll have to bowl that again.
But even the right-handers can target that area, wide off, long off. Yeah, they need to figure it out how to hit that fridge. And at the moment, though, 𝗬𝗺𝗃𝗧, 19 of 19, the only hope for Dhaka division with the bat at the moment to post somewhere near 100 would be a respected total for them after that collapse. Slower delivery, adjusted well. Dot ball.
Yes, as we were just speaking about 𝗬𝗺𝗃𝗧's approach, he has looked the part. He has made sure that despite all the wickets at the other end, the run rate seems okay. It's not great as we come up on the 10th over with a few extras there, 5 wides and 4 leg byes for Dhaka's favor. Short ball, a bottom edge on his pad as 𝗬𝗺𝗃𝗧 was too early on that shot.
You can feel what 𝗃𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗃𝗃 is thinking at the moment. He's trying to get those runs quickly, not being bogged down at the crease. Yes, they lost a few wickets, but he's now looking for those runs as well. That will ease the pressure and put pressure back onto the bowling side. A counter punch from 𝗃𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗃. Not a bad idea. From a bowling team's point of view, they must be looking to bundle out Dhaka under 100, gaining that momentum when they come out to bat. As you mentioned previously, the run rate will come into play as the tournament progresses.
Another slow delivery around the leg and middle stump as Parvez works it around. Ends the over. Dhaka are 45 for 6 after 10 overs, and we will head to the drinks break.
Fast bowling display by Fahad, and also the two other fast bowlers maintained a very good line and length, utilizing the early moisture and conditions that the surface offered. And those are the wickets that Fahad took. Bowled a lot fuller with that in-swinger coming into the right-hander, hitting those timbers. That's the dream sight of a fast bowler, removing those middle stump, and that a brilliant catch going backwards. And the return catch, it was difficult for the Dhaka batters. That was not the best of shot by Subhagata Home. We are back live. Spinner into the attack. Naeem Hassan gave away just one run in his first over. Good captaincy as well by Yasir Ali Rabbi, keeping a slip in place. Short ball cut away by 𝗃𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗃, looking for the second. No, they'll have to settle for one.
Mazhar, they have used 4 bowlers so far, and none of them has been their best bowler on show in the previous game, Hassan Murad, who is yet to bowl in this match. So Yasir Ali, knowing that he has one more trump card up his sleeve to mop up this tail, Shumon Khan yet to get off the mark, is on strike. And Yasir Ali brings in another slip. They are going for the jugular here. Another good delivery from Naeem Hassan, another dot ball. And now the slip is removed. But he's playing around with the field. He understands that the Dhaka batters are under pressure. He wants to keep them that way. Wonderful delivery. An off-spinner's dream.
Naeem Hassan getting those purchases that we mentioned. The spinners might get with those rough patches. Goes on the back foot, plays that well. That rose a bit as well to the left-hander, but adjusted really well at the last moment. Shumon Khan gets off the mark. Another very quiet over by Naeem. Goes on the back foot, punch that away. Will only get a single. End of over number 11, Dhaka 48 for 6. Good to see crowds coming in with kids, introducing them to this beautiful game. And this has been a difficult morning for Dhaka division after being sent to bat by Chattogram skipper Yasir Ali Rabbi. Fast bowlers just goes through the batting order of Dhaka division, especially Fahad. That fiery spell up front. And now spinners from both sides, and Yasir Ali Chaudhary, realizing the fact that there is a bit of turn in the surface, brings in another off spinner, Mahmudul Hassan Joy. So interesting move, Isam. You mentioned about Hassan Murad, but he opts for the off spinner, obviously because of the two left-handers at the crease.
Yes, Yasir Ali is following the matchup theory. Joy coming in to bowl his first over. Another steady bowler, a part-timer who doesn't bowl that often even for Bangladesh, but here he is bowling to the two left-handers, Shumon Khan and 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗴, this time on strike. Short ball. That could have been close. That could have been out.
Bowled a lot slower. Mahmudul Hassan Joy. 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗴 went to the position a bit early and played that shot even before the ball came to him. This time bowled a lot quicker down the leg side. No wide given. Interesting. The batter still wondering. But yeah, varying his pace, Mahmudul Hassan Joy. You mentioned he's not a full-time bowler, but knows how to adjust and adapt with the pace, change of field. There's a short fine leg comes in and deep mid-wicket goes back.
Good delivery. Zipped it back into the pads. Slightly fuller length, making the batter cramped for some room. I think what Yasir Ali is trying to do is get 𝗬𝗂𝗶𝗴 off strike. Another good delivery from Mahmudul Hassan, who's running through his overs. Already bowled 5 deliveries. It's been under a minute. And that's another way of getting the overs out of the way. That's a wide one. Doesn't get away with it. Gives away a run finally in this over. Dhaka moves to 49. We are coming up on at the end of the 12th over now. That's oh, that was a chance. That was a chance. Mahmudul Hassan Joy not gathering up at the right moment. End of the 12th over. 50-6 Dhaka.
Last ball of the previous over. Was that an opportunity or was that a bum? Still not sure. Yeah, that was a catch. Though it's a difficult opportunity, but it was there. Naeem Hassan to continue.
They have bowled very well, even the spinners. Look at Naeem Hassan's figures. 5 for none in his third over. Doesn't leave much room for Dhaka to maneuver and get some runs. 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗲 having to constantly keep strike as Shubman Khan is now on strike.
Hey, good one!
Good delivery from Naeem. Cutting back into the batter. Attacking the tail end of stumps. Every ball there's a chance being created by Chattogram. It's wonderful to see this bowling effort. But at the same time, Dhaka struggling to even get the spinners away. Here we look at Hassan Murad, who hasn't bowled an over yet. Fuller delivery from Naeem Hassan. Another dot ball. He's building a very economical spell as Shubman Khan continues to play a very defensive game. 11 balls now for his 1 run. This time goes for the cut shot. Finds the fielder at deep point for a single. Finally gets a strike in the over, but it's already 5 balls. Yasir Ali will be loving this effort from his bowlers. Naeem Hassan bowling his third over. Hasn't gone for a boundary yet. Could this be the chance for 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗲? Doesn't go for it. A great delivery floating in. End of the over. Dhaka are 52-6 after 13 overs.
A bit of fight back from Dhaka division. After those early fall of wickets, they are 52-6. 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗲 24 of 33. Playing that lone battle with the bat for Dhaka. Naeem Hassan bowled brilliantly. Mahmudullah Sanjoy gave away just 2 runs in his first over, as I am joined by Ahmed bin Parvez. It has been a struggle, Parvez, for the Dhaka batters. First up with the bat against the seamer, and now the spinners are getting those purchases, as you mentioned.
Absolutely spot on. Pacers doing the job within the power play while there was fog. Now the spinners doing the trick. Again, turn from both ends there. Mahmudullah Sanjoy having some joy here. Wicket assisting him. The 2 left-handed batters at the moment on the back foot, tentative.
Gone. That didn't turn, straight and through, and Shubman Khan went for that wild hoik towards deep mid-wicket and paying the price. So things are not going well for Dhaka division. They are losing wickets at regular intervals, and this time it's Mahmudullah Sanjoy removing the left-hander Shubman Khan. They are now 7 down.
7 down, and this one did not turn. Absolutely went across the line there. Shubman Khan resisted the temptation for 14 deliveries before this. This time went for it. Too bogged down, too much into the shell, and then gets out. Goes out for 2, it's 52-7.
Yes, Dhaka division losing their 7th wicket. Shumon Khan hoped for the ball to turn a bit and bounce. It didn't. Skids through. And Mahmudullah Hassan Joy getting his first wicket.
Number two, Joy!
Nazmulopu, the new batter for Dhaka. And he gets off the mark immediately. But things are not looking good for Dhaka, Parvez. I don't think they go on to post that 3-figure mark of 100. That would be a great achievement from here on.
Surely that would. Too reliant on the top order there, especially the under-19 recruits, the youngsters. And once they fall, Dhaka has struggled. Mahmudul doing a job. Two-bladed sword here. Getting rid of an over very quickly through a part-timer. And also picking up wickets. Excellent from him.
Giving that loop and flight. Mahmudullah Hassan Joy picking up a wicket, but you must give credit to Naeem Hassan, the way he bowled from the other end, creating that pressure and prompted Shumon Khan to go after him. End of another very good over from Mahmudullah Hassan Joy. A wicket as well. Dhaka 54 for 7 after 14. Naeem getting this turn, extra bit of turn, must say, from this end. You mentioned the fact from the Walton end. An extra bit of bounce as well. So he's a tall lad, can get that extra bit of bounce, bowling those channel. Mominul mentioned this fact, in fact, even before the match.
Lot of turn once again. Just look at that, almost unplayable. Naeem Hassan. Dhaka are now in a situation where even if they think they're going to play out someone like Naeem who's getting a lot of turn and bounce, just look at that. There's no respite or breathing space for them because Hassan Murad is still unused. So they have one of their premium bowlers yet to bowl. This time goes for it. Good sound off the bat, but a valiant attempt there. Scampering in, went in full-blooded. I'm not sure if it reached the fielder.
Mahmudullah Hassan Joy, the fielder at deep mid-wicket. A very good try, must say. Need to see whether he was under the ball. Oh, that was dying. It was difficult, Parvez. You can't blame him. He tried his best. At times, it's not easy to decide whether to go for the catch or wait for the ball for the bounce when you're fielding down the boundary line. But yeah, pressure's being applied, and you can see 𝗫𝗺𝗃𝗃 is now trying to open up, getting those valuable runs as much as he could.
Only helping his side, using all his experience here. Playing for years in the domestic circuit. Sort of a crisis man in this context. Current run rate below 4, indicating they would struggle to get over 100 runs here. I'm not sure that would be enough for them. The sun is coming out. The pitch might be better for batting later on.
After those first two deliveries by Naeem Hassan with those extra bit of bounce and turn, Yasir Ali Rabbi takes himself to the slip. A very good decision. He's captained well so far. Changed the fielders really well and also rotated his bowlers. Goes for that reverse. I don't think that will reach the fence. Good work done by the fielder at deep, but they will get a couple. Still a very good over by Naeem. 5 from it. They are 59 for 7 after 15.
power play has been devastating for Dhaka division, losing 5 wickets. And even between 7 to 15 overs, they lost 2 wickets. Almost more than half of the side are back in the hut. We are into the latter half of the innings, the back end, the business end, as everyone says. But at the moment, things are really difficult for Dhaka division, with 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗍 the only hope, trying to get those runs, looking for those boundaries. Mahmudullah Sanjoy removed Shumon Khan in his previous over, will bowl his third over. Interesting to see how 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗍 reacts in this over.
He's bowled well, Mahmudul. When called up to do a job for his team, hasn't bowled in the previous 2 matches. This is the first time we're seeing him in action. Good to have someone who plays at the top order and can contribute with the ball. Good for the future of Bangladesh as well.
Short ball, cut away, straight to the fielder. Nicely pointed out, Parvez. He can work on his bowling as well. We have seen so many batters starting off their career as a specialist batter, but then go on to work on their bowling and become a handy all-rounder.
We've seen Nazmul Shanto bowl quite a few times as well, and that proved to be effective. So the more number of cricketers that can contribute on both ends only helps the team, helps the balance of the team. A slip in place again for Joy. Hasn't looked like a part-timer in this particular spell so far. Again going for that sweep, this time finer. Nazmul did well to bring Taibur back on strike. I think that's something that Dhaka would want to have 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗍 play most of the deliveries, the remaining ones, and for them to at least play out the 20.
That will be the first target, to play out those 20 overs. With 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗍 at the crease, they can eye for the 100. Again cut away. But bowling according to his field. Mahmudullah Sanjoy making sure 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗍 is only getting a single and bringing Nazmul Opu onto the strike with that opportunity to pick up another wicket. That frustrates a batter like Taibur from the other end, watching his partners coming and go.
Sensible from Nazmul Islam, beg your pardon. Single taken again. Yasir Rabbi's trick worked. Brought in Joy, getting 3 overs out of him, just the 8 runs and a wicket. It's a bonus for the Chattogram captain.
Also a bold captaincy. In the air, straight to the fielder, short third. Tamim Iqbal completes an easy catch in the end as 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗍 perishes after scoring 30 of 42. Pressure was mounting on him. As I mentioned you earlier, Parvez, when you lost your partner from other end, it creates extra bit of pressure, and that pressure ate 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗍, and Mahmudullah Sanjoy picked up his 2nd wicket.
Just look at that ball again. From that round the wicket channel, extra bounce. Played a bit too early, seems. Was aerial, straight to Tamim, catching practice. Joy is happy. Picked up 2. 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗍 after a brave knock. Fighting knock, 30 from 43. 8th wicket down for Dhaka for 63.
Dhaka tottering at the moment. They are 63 for 8. We are into the 17th over now. Mahmudullah Sanjoy removed the good-looking 𝗘𝗵𝗴𝗃𝗍, the lone fighter of this innings for Dhaka. Anamul Haq, the new batter, comes in. As we mentioned previously, Dhaka's main target now would be to bat out those 20 overs. But Yasir Ali Rabbi, as I mentioned, good captaincy, bold captaincy, yet to introduce Hassan Murad, his prime bowler. So it takes a lot of courage as a captain when you're performing bowler, yet to bowl an over in this game with his other bowlers doing the job, and he's going for the kill now. Irfan comes into the attack.
The batters have struggled. Looked like the pitch seems to be a heaven for the bowlers, but we'll have to see when Chattogram come into bat. Obviously, they'll have a target set. They'll know the target. Did not look like a wicket where a team could get bundled out for less than 100 though. The application from the Dhaka batters, especially in this game and even in the previous one. After scoring more than 200 in the first game, chasing the runs down. Right here, oh, another one! The off stump uprooted. The sorry tale for Dhaka continues.
Irfan took off after that wicket. He was on the runway and enjoying his flight. I mentioned Yasir Ali going for the kill, and the seamer targeted the stump. It was always difficult for a tail-ender to face that delivery on top of off-stump. A classical fast bowler's dismissal with those wicket uprooting. Nazmul Islam Oppo departs after scoring 5. Dhaka, 63 for 9. Yes, Irfan removing those stumps, destroying the castle. A dream sight for a fast bowler.
We've seen the stumps uprooted twice. Irfan this time, Fahad Hussain in his first spell took out the middle stump. So the stumps flying all over, the fast bowlers enjoying their time, the spinners enjoying as well. It's been a bowler's day so far here at the Al Arafa Bank National Cricket League T20 powered by Walton as Irfan comes in from the Walton end.
Again, huge appeal. Not a bad shout though. The intention was right, bowling at the block hole. It's been a disciplined approach from the Chattogram bowlers. From the fast bowlers early on, getting those extra movement and purchase from the surface, bowling a bit fuller, using that early moisture. Iqbal Imon, the new batter for Dhaka, the last man in. And then the spinners comes in. We have seen Naeem Hassan getting those perches, turn, an extra bit of bounce. And on the other end, Mahmudullah Sanjoy cashing in with picking up wickets.
Could be another one. Straight to the bowler. Was it? Yes. Muted celebrations, but that's it. The innings is wrapped up for Dhaka. A tame end to a tame innings. 64 all out within 17 overs, Mazhar.
It has been an exceptional performance from the Chattogram bowlers. And that's the last wicket. Irfan, once again following the batter, tried to move away on the onside, creating some room and completes an easy return catch. What a performance from the Chattogram bowlers, but disappointment for the Dhaka team. They just managed to post 64 and bundle out with 20 balls to spare. It's a sorry scorecard for Dhaka division. Only one batter manages to go past the double digit, Taibur Rahman, 30 of 43. Other than that, it's all 4 numbers. With the ball, Fahad Hussain remained the pick of the bowlers, 4 for 11 from his 4 overs with 18 dots. A couple of wickets for Irfan Hussain and Ahmed Sharif. Naeem Hassan bowled well, though he didn't pick up a wicket. But Mahmudullah Sanjoy picked up 2 for 8 from his 3 overs. It has been an exceptional performance from Chattogram division after Yasir Ali Rabbi winning the toss and opted to bowl.
That's the report card, something that Dhaka wouldn't want to have a look at. 64 all out. 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗃𝗃 top scored with 30, 69 dots, just 4 fours and 1 6. Sorry tail. So far the lowest total in this tournament in a particular innings. Chief Destructor Fahad Hussain with the new ball. Later on, the spinners were in action as well. Ifran picked 2 as well with 𝗂𝗁𝗪𝗀. He has exemplary stats in the bowling card. 2 for 8. A very quick finish to the Dhaka division batting. Sent in to bat first. I think they seem to be a bit tentative all over from beginning to end.
Yeah, a very good toss to win for Chattogram, and they came up with a positive frame of mind using those early moisture, though there were a couple of boundaries, but since then it was Fahad. All Fahad show early on, creating a few chances from the other end, but Fahad remained clinical, bowling those fuller deliveries, getting the ball into the right-hander, removing the middle stump. What a sight, what a bowling performance throughout the innings from Chattogram division bowlers. There were a couple of lucky edges, boundaries, and then a very good catch running backwards. A good back foot punch by 𝗽𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗏, the lone fighter. But from the other end as well, the Chattogram bowlers manages to keep big wickets at regular intervals. 𝗽𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗏 tried his hard, scored a sixer, but Mahmudullah Sanjoy interestingly comes in and picked up a couple of wickets, with 𝗽𝗵𝗶𝗃𝗏 getting caught at short third and Ifran finishing things off in the end with a return catch. Outstanding bowling display from all the Chattogram bowlers, and as you mentioned, a sorry looking scorecard for Dhaka division. 64 all out in 16.4 overs, 20 balls to spare, with Fahad picking up 4 for 11, Joy and Ifran picked up a couple each. Right, it's time to go downstairs with Mohammad Isam for the flash interview.
We have with us 𝗽𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗏, the high scorer for the Dhaka division side. 𝗽𝗵, কি হলো আজকে আপনাদের ইনিংসে?
আমাদের তো যেহেতু ফার্স্ট আমাদের টুর্নামেন্টের ফার্স্ট ম্যাচে আমরা 206 চেস করেছি, উইকেটটা ভালো ছিল। আজকের উইকেটটা আমরা যেরকম এক্সপেক্ট করেছিলাম আসলে ওরকমই ছিল। আমরাও টস জিতলে আমরা ফিল্ডিংয়ে নিতাম, তো আমাদের ব্যাটসম্যানরা ট্রাই করেছে কিন্তু হয়নি, বাট চিরংয়ের বলাররা দে ডান এ গ্রেট জব।
ভালো ব্যাটিং করেছেন, তবে আজকের ম্যাচে যদি না হয় নিশ্চয়ই আপনাদের ইচ্ছা থাকবে যে চেষ্টা থাকবে যে নেক্সট ম্যাচে এটাকে আরও ভালো করে ঘুরে দাঁড়ানোর।
অবভিয়াসলি যেহেতু আমরা 206 চেস করেছি, ওই টিমে আমরা আমাদের স্টিল আমরা বিলিভ করি যে আমরা টুর্নামেন্ট ভালো একটা পর্যায়ে শেষ করতে পারবো আমরা।
গুড লাক ফর টুডে।
থ্যাংক ইউ।
So yes, 65 needed for Chattogram to win, 20 overs to spare. We'll be back for the Chattogram run chase.
Welcome back to the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, where Dhaka were shot out for 64. Fahad Hussain taking 4 wickets. Only 𝗽𝗵𝗶𝗴𝗲's 30 or 43 balls is the only run to score to show for Dhaka, as Mahmudullah Sanjoy and Irfan Hussain also took 2 wickets each to go with Fahad's 4. It has been a shoddy effort from the Dhaka division side. Take a look at the wickets in the Dhaka innings. 64 all out. Fahad Hussain starting off with 2 LBW decisions, going his way, bowling full, bowling fast. Mahidul Islam Onkon's middle stump goes for a walk. Then came the catch of the morning with Hassan Murad running back and completing that catch. Then came Arafat Sani's wicket. There you go, Shubhogato also going. Shumon Khan not really bothering the scorers for too long. It was a cluster of wickets that Dhaka couldn't avoid. Ahmed Sharif taking 2 wickets, finishing things up. Irfan and Ahmed Sharif. Wasn't a great effort from Dhaka, but fantastic from the Chattogram bowlers, especially their fast bowlers. Chattogram need 65 runs in 20 overs. That's their target in match number 9 of the Al Arafa Islami Bank presents NCL T20 2024-25, powered by Walton. Let's take a nice panoramic view the area around the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. The umpires, Tinku and Limon, walking out. A short break for them after a short innings, 16.4 overs. There you have it. AIM, Moniruzzaman, Tinku and Mohammad Kamruzzaman Limon, the 2 on-field umpires, walking in their red attire to complete proceedings in this game. The Dhaka players should be dejected by their batting effort. Nonetheless, they should be limbering up for what could be an all-out effort. I bring in Ahmed bin Pervez as my co-commentator for this initial stage.
Yes, you've spoken about how tough a mountain to climb it would be for Dhaka if they really want to make an impression here. Just 64 on the board. They've got a potent bowling attack. The one that I'm excited to see is Iqbal Hossein Imon, recently the player of the tournament and highest wicket taker in the Under-19 Asia Cup that Bangladesh won. Wasn't available for the first match, came in the second match, picked up 1 for 19, looked very impressive. And if there's any juice in the wicket yet, the faster bowlers from the side from Dhaka will have to make best use of it. But would be tough. It would be very tough. Mahmudullah Sanjoy and Tamim Iqbal, both are there. The center, Nazmul Hossain Oppu, he might have a role to play. The spinners did well. They extracted turn and bounce from both ends.
That's 1 leg. Thank you. Bowler coming right arm over.
Dhaka to begin with the faster bowlers, with the quicks. Mahmudullah Sanjoy, 43 runs from 2 innings. Got starts, couldn't convert it yet, so yet to find his groove in this tournament.
Deepu ready? All 11.
Imon checking his run-up. Young, exciting talent, has got the pace, can swing the ball both ways. Tamim Iqbal on the other end, player of the match in the previous match with a blistering 65, showing signs of getting back into form.
Chattogram made a good start with the bat in their previous game against Sylhet division, especially Tamim Iqbal
Let's play.
going all guns blazing at the outer ground. Here is Iqbal Hossein Imon coming into Mahmudullah Sanjoy. First ball goes for it. And Pervez, I reckon the wicket would have taken a beating from the sun. Should be a little better.
Might get better as the day moves on. 15 past 11 local time. So the sun almost right at the top, baking the wicket as you mentioned. Imon on the top of his run-up. Just onto the stumps again. not extracting as much swing as Fahad Hussain did in the previous innings.
Yes, certainly. It's just been 2 balls. Fahad Hussain, if you remember, started with a few deliveries down the leg side. In fact, his first 4 balls, one of them which was wide, well, all down the leg side. And that, for me, it's persistence. He kept at it. That his main target was to bowl full and swinging into the stumps. Keeping a bit low. Mahidul Islam Onkon having a tough time holding on to that. But generally, this pitch has produced good bounce.
Tamim Iqbal yet to face a delivery. Started off at the non-striker's end. Couple of slips in place for Imon. Drives that nicely back. Mahmudullah Sanjoy. He looked good for the both innings that he played. Got a few boundaries within the power play.
Yes, Joy has been a decent opener in T20s. He struggled in test matches recently in the West Indies to deliveries bowled on the 5th and 6th stumps. But in T20s, at home on these slightly flatter wickets, should be better for Joy. Drives again, not connecting properly with it. It's been a good start for Iqbal Hussain. Imon?
What do you think went wrong for Dhaka when they came on to bat? You've spoken to 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃, who's been their highest run scorer in that innings.
𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 was telling me that this is the side that's chased down 200 plus just a couple of days ago. And it's the same side that is now bowled out in the 60s. So it's very contrasting, but he did talk about the wicket. It's time through the offside. Joy gets off the mark with a push towards the cover, looking for the second. There's a confusion. Tamim Iqbal is under pressure. He gets back. The throw wasn't great. There was a lot of confusion between the two openers. It goes unscathed, end of the over. Chattogram are 2 for no loss after the first.
So last ball, the previous over, almost a run-out opportunity. They took the first safely, was looking for the second. Slight fumble from the fielder prompted or triggered that second run, but Tamim had to hurry. Sigh of relief. Still will be facing his first ball in this innings. Spin from the Al-Arafa Islami Bank end. It's going to be Shubhagato home. We've seen the off-spinners from Chattogram have success. Mahmudullah Sanjoy picking up 2, Naeem Hassan as well, very economical. So it's a turn for the senior statesman, the senior campaigner from Dhaka, Shubhagato home. Did not have a good time with the bat. Have to contribute with the ball now as the keeper. Preparing himself for spin, putting his helmet on. Tamim played a very confident knock in the previous game. Look on to continue with the rich vein of form that he's in. Nicely set up for Tamim.
This defends that first ball on the front foot. Tamim has a good record against Shubhagato home in T20s, especially in the BPL. Shubhagato, despite being the off-spinner, Tamim has often dominated him. This time outside the off stump. Tamim taking his time. They have all the time in the world, chasing 65 runs in 20 overs as Shubhagato home has taken just 1 wicket in the tournament so far. Hasn't bowled too much. Floated up again. Tamim puts the bat in the way. 3 dot balls in the over. As I said, they're not in a hurry. Chattogram floats it again to go for the quick single. Should it been a single? The fielder was on his heels there, Parvez.
Yes, they do have to be on their heels. Singles and doubles will still hurt them. Such a small total on the board. They need to pick up wickets and quick. So aggressive fields set up by the captain Saif Hassan. There is a slip. Shumon Khan moving towards backward point region within the circle. Shubhagata Home has protection on the leg side. There's the long on and the deep mid wicket. Steps out Joy. Always has that positive frame of mind when playing the white ball cricket.
Did step out, but Shubhagata using all his guile to check him on that shot. Short outside the off stump. This time timed through the offside. There is a chase on. The batters are trying to get back to the second. They do get to jog the second one. End of the over. It's 5 for no loss after 2 overs. As we see that replay on the back foot, punched through the offside. Wasn't hit that hard as the 2 fielders converged and took that ball away from the boundary rope. There is a change of feel now. The fine leg goes up and we see a few Tamim Iqbal fans. Tamim is back. Best of luck, Tamim. It's very good to see fans coming in for this tournament. It has generally created a lot of buzz in the local media. There's a large presence of journalists covering this series here in Sylhet. That tells you the story of the momentum that this tournament has created ahead of the BPL that's coming up on December the 30th. 𝗂𝗚𝗚 Imon is about to bowl to Tamim in his second over. Tucked away towards fine leg, no runs.
He started well, Iqbal. Bowled with quite a bit of discipline, bowling from the Walton end. Particular end from where Fahad Hussain picked up his 4 wickets in a devastating first spell. As we have a look at the Chattogram dugout, pretty relaxed. Both batters off the mark, a very small total to chase. That's well played. Trademark on drive, which has so much timing in it. Races off to the boundary. Tamim is off the mark with the 4 count.
The shot even took that deep square leg fielder by surprise. Tamim leant on it, standing outside leg stump. There you can see, comes in, and that's the ability of that man. Whenever he times that ball through the leg side, and I've seen him work hours in his whole cricket career trying to best that shot, trying to be on top of that delivery. And 𝗂𝗚𝗚 Imon is not the first bowler bemused by that sort of shot from Tamim Iqbal. Short of length delivery, this time tucking up the batter.
Jesse's played this on drive pretty well. Usually finds the gap, and once it goes out of the bat and is timed well, there's no stopping it. Absolutely. Good to see him back and back in form. In the previous game he was devastating, but here more likely to want to play a sensible knock, take his team home. Well bowled this time, a big appeal. The umpire unmoved. That was a very good comeback from young 𝗂𝗚𝗚 Imon. Baptism by fire, bowling against arguably the best opener that Bangladesh has ever produced.
That was a good appeal from Imon. A wonderful delivery from Imon that cut back into Tamim. The umpire perhaps considering where it pitched and how high it would go over the stumps. Probably that caused the decision. Drives towards mid-wicket. This one is racing away to the boundary. Gets a second boundary in the over. An excellent shot from Tamim Iqbal.
Oh, he's looking in very good touch here, Tamim Iqbal. Shubhagat only retrieves the ball back from the boundary wedges. Second shot through the onside. Imon going for the full delivery, searching for the swing, and just that gap between mid-wicket and mid-on. His favorite area. Plants his foot down, keeps his bat straight, turns the face of the bat just at the right moment to find that gap. Trademark Tamim Iqbal. Well bowled and well played as well to end the over. So 8 runs from it. After 3, it's 13 for no loss. Chattogram division still. Both openers out there. Tamim made a very good start. A couple of boundaries already. Safe and sound. Mahmudullah Hassan Joy with 4 runs as well. Just 65 to get. Should be an easy run chase.
Certainly 3 overs, 13 runs. They just have 52 more to score with 17 overs remaining. 4 runs and over. As Nazmul Islam Opoo has been introduced into the attack to bowl at Mahmudullah Hassan Joy. Good delivery to start that over.
Has done well, Nazmul Opoo, in this tournament so far. That's gone, I think, or not. No, the umpire seems unmoved, but he will refer it to the third umpire, the TV umpire out there, Mahmudul Hassan. Seemed to step out and then maybe get back. I'm not sure what happened there.
Yes, he was beaten by this flight from Nazmul Islam Opoo. An excellent delivery that Mahmudul Hassan Joy. We'll have a look at that replay. First of all, we'll look at the bowler. Delivering a fair delivery, the foot well behind. There's the business end of the matter. Steps out. There you can see missing out on the length. He was waiting for that delivery. And he comes back as wicketkeeper Mahidul. No, he had his foot down before. We were waiting for that decision and it's not out. Flighted this time on leg and middle, but Mahmudul Hassan Joy, there we see that replay again. He did step out, but he was quick enough to come back to the crease, Parvez.
Yeah, almost a split from him to get back. Acrobatic from Mahmudul Hassan Joy. Cut away, past the fielder at third, goes to another boundary. Mahmudul Hassan Joy has also made a very good start.
Yes, he gets his first boundary. Slightly in the air, behind point. Not in total control of that shot. He did go back, played a cut shot. All's well that ends well. He gets a boundary.
Again finds the space through the offside, driven through the covers. Back to back from Mahmudul Hassan Joy.
Excellent shot. Again, a short ball from Nazmul Islam Opoo, who's normally been very full but this time dropping short and right back at it. Mahmudul Hasan Joy strikes his second boundary of the over.
It's been in good vein of form, just couldn't convert the starts that he got in the previous two matches. Dot ball to end the over. After 4, it's 21 for no loss.
Runs required 44 for Chattogram. If of 96 balls that are remaining in this innings, a very easy equation as we have a look at that Tamim fan once again. It's very good to see that in Sylhet that there are some fans coming up as 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗃 runs in. Tamim drives it towards long off for a single.
This is encouraging. Crowds turning up today, at least. It's a Saturday. At least the schools are mostly having a vacation, so we expect a lot of crowd coming in as the day goes on. It's a lovely weather to watch cricket, one of the most scenic stadiums in Bangladesh. Goes big, goes long, the ball goes the distance.
Walked into that shot, floated up by 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗃. Joy going down on one knee, slogging that one into the green hill. It's quite high up as well. It's a wonderful shot.
I've seen you sit at that green hill. It's a very nice sight. We're watching cricket from there. Joy sending it there. Onto the back foot this time against the turn. Beats the fielder. No one at the deep. A futile chase from the fielder. The ball races to the boundary. He's got into an upper gear now.
Mahmudul Hasan Joy now on 22 of 16 balls. He's got a cluster of boundaries as 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗃 delivers that ball from behind the stumps almost. As that one goes for a boundary, that's almost like the Scotland left arm spinner, Mark Watt, who bowls behind the stumps. That was another good ball. He's come back well with that delivery, but Joy has overtaken Tamim and he's batting at a higher gear.
This time, slight change in the action, maybe trying to get the ball through a bit quicker there, 𝗂𝗵𝗂𝗃 home. Walks across, goes big once again, plays it with the turn, up and over. Another massive 6 from Mahmudul Joy to finish the over on a high. After 5, it's 38 for no loss, Chattogram. Big shot there from Mahmudul Hasan Joy to end the over. Really has played a good knock, carrying his form with the ball. Off to 28 from 19. Shumon Khan, the new bowler. He bats left-handed, bowls right-handed. Another experienced campaigner. He's got a tough job in his hand, actually. Need to pick wickets. So hit the frizz, win a prize with Walton. A big incentive for the batters if they can go big, hit the board, get 10,000.
And it's right in the zone for Mahmudul Hasan Joy if he wants to hit it over long off. And if Tamim is on strike, it's a swing of the arm, swing of the top hand towards his long on, wide long on.
So you mentioned about an advantage for the batters, especially batting left-handed. Yes. In the hitting arc on the onside for Joy, it would be a bit more difficult. None of the batters have hit that board yet.
Yes, that should be on the mind of some of the batters if they're looking for a prize. As Shumon Khan, the Dhaka fast bowler, comes into the attack. A very difficult job defending 27, now 25 runs in 15 overs. It's a lost cause for Dhaka. They'll have to come back and start again in the next game, but Chattogram looking towards a 10-wicket win.
With offered, gleefully taken by Tamim Iqbal. Rolls over the boundary. Another 4 from his bat.
A wide delivery from Shumon Khan, and you cannot offer that to Tamim Iqbal. We're expecting that flashing blade to come down. A lovely hit through the offside, and very interestingly, a vacant offside field almost. Only the point and cover, as they have packed the leg side with a number of fielders. We are still in the last over of the power play, but Shumon Khan is usually a very accurate ball. Now Saif brings in a short cover point in place. He's removed himself from the slip.
Much better from him. The discipline and accuracy you were talking about, Shumon Khan getting back on track. But it's a very much a lost cause for the bowlers right now. 21 to defend. Almost an impossible job for them. Would be a dominating win for Chattogram if they get it by 10 wickets.
Certainly, Dhaka hasn't scored many runs today. 64 all out, which means Chattogram has a lot of advantages. They can boost the net run rate. They can walk off with a big win here. Timed out, but time towards that mid-wicket. Good piece of fielding there from 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗧.
Yeah, that was very good. Commitment shown there by 𝗂𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗧. Was hit pretty well. That mid-wicket region plugged off by Saif. Tamim has played that shot whenever it came down the leg or middle. Moving in round the wicket, Shumon Khan for the last ball of the power play. Again, finds the width, cracking from Tamim.
You offer Tamim Iqbal that width, a bit of room to swing down his arm, and that one goes for 4. Crashed through the offside. End of the over, end of the power play. Chattogram are 48 for no loss after 6 overs. Umpire Tinku signals the second power play. Not much left. 17 to win for Chattogram from 14 overs. The run rate is something over 1 and over. They can walk it, as some football commentators will tell you, with an empty post in front of them. It's a chance for Saif Hassan now to bring on Anamul Haq into the attack.
Has been expensive the previous games. Highest wicket taker in the NCL 4 days. It's a strong lad. Very good running, by the way. Partnership doing well. Overthrows. Rubbing salt to the wounds there. Dhaka.
Very good awareness from Tamim Iqbal, the veteran of 50 T20 50s. Doesn't let go of any opportunity. It was an overthrow that they could have overlooked. They've already won that game, but no, the professionalism comes through. He calls Mahmudul for a second. Mahmudul is now on 31 of 21 balls.
Short. finds the gap, boundary.
This is ending quickly. 𝗂𝗂𝗪 this time cut that one once again, room outside of stump. That's a great shot. Doesn't let go of any opportunities. Another boundary. The score keeps coming up. It's 54 without loss in the 7th over. Just the 11 runs remaining in this match, the 9th match of the 𝗂𝗚 Islami Bank presents NCL T20, powered by Walton, as Anamul drags back that length and doesn't allow, for a change, 𝗂𝗂𝗪 the chance to swing his arm.
Yeah, shadowing what he wanted to do. Wasn't a bad delivery though. Wasn't wide enough to go for that cut, which 𝗂𝗂𝗪 likes. Scored most of his runs today, square of the wicket. Was very aggressive against the off spinner as well. Hit a couple of sixes through mid wicket. Has been a commanding performance from Chattogram. The path shown by the bowlers, and the batters have backed that up pretty well.
This is the perfect reply from the Chattogram batters to get close to that small total after their fast bowler, especially Fahad Hussain, gave them the brilliant start, bowling out Dhaka for 64 runs. And now it is just 11 runs away from a pasting. You can see the body language of the Dhaka fielders. Not great. Very close to that body for Mahmudul Joy. Just plays it towards point.
Very relaxed, both the batters, Tamim and Mahmudul. Mahmudul actually making the life of the adjudicators pretty tough. He's picked up a couple of wickets, scored 35 of 25, competing head-to-head with Fahad Hussain as well, as the Chattogram dugout looks very relaxed. They're almost there. Goes again, square of the wicket. Joy has been a joy to watch through the offside. Another boundary to his name.
Yes, that grew on you, Parvez. That was a shot that he didn't time completely, but the bat coming down fast on the ball, and that one just raced away to the boundary. A fast outfield at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium as Chattogram ends the 7th over on 58. They will look at that boundary again. Rolling on to the Walton. Toblerone goes for 4. Not much left now, just the 7 runs in the last 13 overs.
The captain brings himself on. Saif Hassan bowls his off spin right now from the 𝗂𝗚 Islami Bank end. Was total domination from Chattogram from start to the end. Started from winning the toss. Very slow bowling from there from Saif. Floated that in, single taken. Could be the last over of this match.
Indeed, it does have the makings of a final flourish from 𝗂𝗂𝗪, who now needs one more blow to get him into the 40s and end this game. That enticing length is coming up too around the wicket for Joy. Shorter length delivery, pokes it away on the offside for a single. Hands it over to Tamim Iqbal, who now has the opportunity to raise his runs from the 20s.
20 of 17, 5 needed to win. Turn there from Saif. Tamim plays that safely. They're really determined to win this by 10 wickets, Chattogram.
Good delivery from Saif, keeping Tamim honest on the front foot. Tamim also eyeing that big one towards mid-wicket, where there are no fielders in the deep. There's a square leg, a deep square leg, There is a deep square leg and a long on in place, and a long off and a deep cover. No one at mid-wicket. Tamim does like to lob that ball straight. He does have that shot over mid-wicket too, given the delivery. They've brought in a slip right now. That's a good ball from Saif.
Making best use of the situation there. Kind of floating the balls, tossing it up, attempting to get as much turn as possible.
He's bowling so slowly that Tamim hasn't shown the inclination to raise that shot. It's 60 for no loss, Chattogram after 8 overs.
Change. Left arm round.
Chattogram just 5 runs away from winning this game against Dhaka division, as Nazmul Islam comes on to bowl to Mahmudul Hasan Joy. It's a bit of an appeal for an LBW. The umpire denies that appeal, denies that call. Tamim Iqbal 20 of 21 at the other end. The pair has added these 60 runs on their own, the opening pair for Chattogram. Goes back on the cut shot, just a single.
Yeah, the gaps are plugged right now for Mahmudul Hasan Joy, who has found a lot of joy through the offside. Has a cracking cover drive, a cracking square cut. It's looked very impressive alongside Tamim Iqbal, who's back on strike. 20 of 21. Safely played Saif Hassan on the other end, but now it's again eyeing the mid-wicket region.
Reverse sweep employed. Doesn't go too far, just to short third. What do you reckon, Parvez? This over?
This ball maybe took his time. Has been constantly looking at the mid-wicket region, although he has this opportunity now to go with the turn. Well bowled from Nazmul.
Of course, Nazmul wouldn't want the match to end. No bowler wants the match to end off his bowling. He always tries to bowl out the over. It's a matter of pride for any bowler not to allow that last run of his bowling. I actually don't know why, but it's something that I've always avoided doing as well. So maybe it's a bowler thing. It's a bit of an appeal as it squeezes away from the slip fielder. They take a single. The last 2 overs have been good for Dhaka without much happening for them, as Tamim and Mahmudul Hasan Joy look to square it off. The 2 runs remaining. Tamim is on strike. Drives that ball but doesn't connect with it. End of the over. 63 without loss after 9 overs. The Dhaka bowlers, none of them have taken a wicket. Najmul has been the most economical, although Saif bowled that 1 over for 2 runs. Najmul has bowled 2 overs for 11. Shuman Khan, Anamul is conceding 10 each. No one really attacking the stumps that much. They're just going through the motions. Not a great viewing as Saif Hassan, the Dhaka captain, gets ready for his second ball. Goes back on the back foot, and they level the score. 64 for no loss, matching Dhaka's 64 all out.
So he's left the winning run for Tamim Iqbal. 64 into the 10th over, played it safe, had a look at the required or the net run rate situation as well. 10 wickets in hand. This is exceptional from Chattogram.
Yes, Tamim, the opportunity to finish it up within the 10 overs. That'll be a huge boost to Chattogam's net run rate. It'll be the second win, and it'll be a humbling affair for Dhaka as Tamim plays out Saif carefully. Doesn't want to give that wicket away. 21 of 26. Played out a few dot balls towards the back end of this innings, but that was mainly to make sure that they win by 10 wickets and win a lot of overs to spare. Saif, to his credit, has been bowling quite well as he bowls 4 deliveries in this over. Dances down the wicket, nothing there for Tamim. Good delivery from Saif.
He has noticed the batter move. As you mentioned, no bowler wants the winning run to be scored off his bowling. Saif still going on in that projection. Just a single from this over. Just 2 required at the beginning of this. Scores are tied. Appeal just from the keeper though. Chattogram will have to wait for the winning runs. After 10, it's 64 for no loss. Usually would have been drinks. Let's see if the umpires go for that call. No, they're continuing with the game.
There will be no drinks breaks as just 1 run is required of the last 10 overs. The umpires will continue play, and that makes sense. That makes perfect sense given the amount of time left in this game. Look at that last delivery from Saif Hassan. Lofts that ball up in the air, turns, beats, but you can see both his middle and off stumps, so which means it was sliding down the leg side. Again, another dot ball from Nazmul Islam Oppu as it's now the opportunity for Mahmudul Hasan Joy, batting on 43, to finish this affair at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium. The 9th match. Oh, that's good delivery from Nazmul Islam Oppu. It's been a bit of a cat and mouse between the Dhaka bowlers towards the end of this innings. Take a look at that replay. Wanted to hammer it over the offside field, but it took the inside edge. No harm done. Short outside of stump. Nazmul Islam Oppu is bowling much better than how he started, and Joy is under pressure to get the Chattogram innings finished. Again misses out.
So it's been 9 balls on the trot. All 9 dot balls. It's perfectly hitting the block hole. He's done that more than once. Joy now getting a bit agitated. Again full. Again no run.
Yes, Nazmul Islam Oppu has bowled a fantastic line in this over. 5 dot balls so far. Joy this time goes for the run through for the single. This could have been close, but no. Not out. The run is complete. The win is complete for Chattogram. 65 they've chased without losing a wicket. So 9 overs remain as they win by 10 wickets. A major win for Chattogram division against the Dhaka division.
The second win for Chattogram. This is the 3rd game. The result here, of course, Chattogram winning by 10 wickets and 9 overs in hand. Handshakes all around. The batters, the opening partnership, they would feel happy about themselves. They're amongst the runs, and Chattogram has found their winning ways after a disappointing first match. Back-to-back wins for Chattogram and for Dhaka. After having made a flying start, they are on a losing streak, this being their second defeat on the trot as well. It's been mostly the bowling performance that gave them such a pedestal to work on.
Indeed, it was Fahad Hussein's opening burst of 4 wickets. Ahmed Sharif also bowled so well. This match, Parvez has finished way too early. 9 overs remaining. It's before noon, in fact, here in Sylhet that the first match has ended, which is uncharacteristic of this tournament so far. There have been mostly close affairs, tight matches, last over finishes, but this one is a blowout for Dhaka as they succumb to their second defeat in 3 matches. The two sets of players know each other so well. They continue to greet each other at the end of the game. That's the norm in cricket. Both teams shake their hands. Whatever happens in the middle, it is the spirit of cricket that delivers. Here is the last run. Joy couldn't quite type that ball. Rushes through for a single. Shuman Khan with the throw. He was already through as the two Chattogram batters showed up for the second game in a row with a big partnership. This one getting them the win. Here's the Chattogram batting card. Tamim Iqbal 21, Mahmudullah Sanjoy 44, no extras, 65 for no loss, as Chattogram win this by 10 wickets. The Dhaka bowlers nothing to show for. None of them got wickets. Saif Hassan was very economical with his 2 overs. So was Najmul Islam Opoo. 3 overs for 12 runs. Shuman Khan, Anamul bowled 1 over each. Shubhagata went for a few.
Has been a dominating performance from Chattogram. If you look at the highlights package here, Chattogram with the run chase, very fluent, both the batters, fluent on their drives, fluent on their cuts, especially Mahmudullah Sanjoy peppering that offside. And then when Shubhagato came in, played with the turn, even against the turn, found joy in hitting him through mid-wicket. Tamim Iqbal went into the act, scoring boundary after boundary through the offside. Joy going on his merry way, maintained a very good strike rate throughout the innings, and that was the winning run. Looked tame enough, but only shows how professional Chattogram were in that run chase. A win by 10 wickets.
Here's the match summary for you. Dhaka division 64 all out in 16.4 overs. Fahad Hussain taking 4 wickets. Chattogram 11 overs, 65 for no loss. Chattogram division winning the match by 10 wickets. We go to Mazharuddin for the flash interview.
We have got Chattogram division fast bowler Irfan Hussain alongside me, bowled really well alongside Fahad to bundle out Dhaka for just 64 runs. Irfan, শুরুতে যখন বল করছিলেন আর্লি মুভমেন্ট হচ্ছিল, আপনাদের বোলারদের প্ল্যান কি ছিল?
আমাদের ক্যাপ্টেন রাব্বি ভাই প্ল্যান দিছিল আপনার উইকেট টু উইকেট গুড লেন্থে বল করার জন্য। আমাদের এই ফাহাদ ও সুইং বলার, আমিও সুইং বলার, তো যখন হেল্প পাচ্ছিলাম উইকেট মানে ওয়েস্টার্ন টেস্ট বোলিং করার প্ল্যান ছিল আর কি আমাদের।
নর্মালি এরকম কন্ডিশন থাকলে ফাস্ট বোলাররা একটু শর্ট বল করার প্রবণতা থাকে, আপনাদের ওই কনসিস্টেন্সিটা ডিসিপ্লিনটা দেখা গিয়েছে যে উপরে উপরে বল করার, এটা কি প্রি প্ল্যান ছিল নাকি ওখানে গিয়ে অ্যাডজাস্ট করেছেন?
না, আমাদের প্ল্যান ছিল সকালে টস জিতে ফিল্ডিং, ওইটা পেয়েছি আমরা, তো ওইটাই কাজে লাগছে আর কি আমাদের প্ল্যানে সবাই।
আপনার নিজের ব্যক্তিগত প্ল্যান কি এই টুর্নামেন্টকে ঘিরে?
আমার ব্যক্তিগত প্ল্যান হচ্ছে টিমকে যতটুকু সাহায্য করা, হেল্প করা, এটাই আমার প্ল্যান।
Well bowled, all the best for the next matches as well.
Thank you.
Irfan Hussain, back to the com box.
So we listen to Irfan Hussain speaking to Mazharuddin Omi. We have match number 10 coming up between Sylhet division and Rangpur division. Rangpur won their last game. Sylhet went the other direction. They are yet to open their account. The next match is coming up at 1:30 p.m. local time. We'll head for a short break before the presentation ceremony.
back here at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, Chattogram gaining a convincing win over Dhaka. The innings summary for Chattogram reaching the target of 65 in 11 overs without losing a wicket. Both the batters did very well, Mahmudul and Tamim. Over now to the post-match presentation with Mazharuddin.
It was rather a one-sided affair where Dhaka were bundled out for just 64 runs, and in reply, Chattogram division go on to win the game by 10 wickets. Congratulations to Chattogram and hard luck Dhaka. Hello and welcome to 𝗚 Islami Bank presents NCL T20 2024-25 powered by Walton in association with Lily and Ace Properties. First of all, I'd like to introduce to our guest today, we have Mr. Robiul Islam Milton, Additional Director, Walton High-Tech Industries, Mr. Fahim Ahmed Chaudhary, Managing Director, Baraka Power Limited and Queen's Hospital Limited, and Mr. Abdullah Al Mahmood, Senior Executive, Remark HB Limited. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us. Right, first of all, I'd like to call upon the Dhaka skipper to come up and have a few words, please. Saif, disappointing start with the bat, overcast condition, done?
Yeah, it was a bad start from us. I think we could have played a little bit better, but all credit goes to them. They've bowled well and they've used the condition very well.
Talk about your team condition now. You lost 2 matches in 3 games. What are the areas you think we need to work on in the coming days?
I think we need to improve on our batting. We should take time in our batting. We have good batting setup. I think we should believe on ourselves.
Thank you very much. Hard luck and all the best. Saif Hassan, the captain of Dhaka. Right? It has been a magnificent bowling performance from Chattogram, and it was the left-arm seamer, Fahad Hossain, who has been the pick of the bowlers, 4 for 11 from his 4 overs, including a maiden, is our 𝗚 Islami Bank Player of the Match. Fahad, please collect the check and crest from our guest, please. ফাহাদ ওয়েল বোল্ড শুরুতে ওভারকাস্ট কন্ডিশন ছিল ক্যাপ্টেন টসে জিতে বোলিং নিয়েছেন কোনো প্ল্যান ছিল শুরুর দিকে
আমার যেহেতু স্ট্রেংথ হচ্ছে ইন সুইং আমার প্ল্যানিং ছিল যে ভালো জায়গায় বোলিং করা ওইটাই করতে পারছি
আপনার ইন সুইং কিন্তু দুর্দান্ত ভালো হয়েছে এবং এই ধরনের কন্ডিশনে দেখা যায় যে ফাস্ট বোলাররা একটু পিচ থেকে বেশি আদায় করার জন্য শর্ট বল করে আপনাদের ওই জিনিসটা দেখা যায়নি খুব উপরে বল করেছেন এবং ব্যাটারদেরকে রিড করেছেন
আমাদের প্ল্যানিং ছিল যে ভালো জায়গায় বোলিং করা যেহেতু উইকেটে হেল্প ছিল আমার সুইংটা ভালো ছিল প্ল্যানিং ছিল যে উইকেট বোলিং করা
Thank you very much, well bowled, and all the best for the next matches.
Thank you so much.
Fahad Hossain, the player of the match, 𝗚 Islami Bank Player of the Match. Right, it's my turn to call upon the winning captain, Yasir Ali Chaudhary, the Chattogram captain, to come up and have a few words, please. Convincing performance, clinical bowling performance, you must be happy as a captain.
Yes, Alhamdulillah, it was a great toss to win, and I was lucky enough, and my bowlers really did bowl well.
You mentioned about it was a good toss to win. Conditions were favoring the seamers. What was your message to the bowlers?
The message was simple: bowl in a good line and length, and the wicket will do whatever it takes.
Back-to-back wins for you. You must be delighted and looking to continue the momentum in the coming days.
Yeah, inshallah.
Thank you, well played, and all the best for the next matches.
Thank you.
Yasir Ali Chaudhary, the captain of Chattogram division. And that concludes the presentation party here. Back to the comm box.
Well, brilliant batting performance from Chattogram to chase that off pretty well. Moving on, it's match number 10, Sylhet versus Rangpur at the Sylhet International Cricket Stadium, coming up at 1:30 p.m. We'll see you later. The action doesn't stop.